Okay, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and, well, we just completed another tutorial session with Leon explaining the numerical value of cards and stocking cards, and when you stock certain cards, you can create slides, which are special moves that you can use against enemies if you meet certain requirements, like, say, for example, you have certain numerical values added together, or certain card types, Keyblade attack card types, that sort of thing. And yeah, right there. And I just got my first summon card, which is Simba. Makes sense because, well, Simba was the first summon I got from Leon and had to be changed back thanks to the fairy godmother in Merlin's house.
Wasn't that because his world got destroyed?
Yep. But as you saw at the end of Kingdom Hearts, the original game, those worlds were restored. So all summons were sent back to their worlds and, well...
And we may be seeing some of those worlds in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yes, but we'll save it for that game. Anyway, I've just gotten the second key after... Well, a second card key after, well, completing the first plot convenient door, which is the key of guidance. And just like the key of beginnings, I have to essentially fulfill certain requirements in order to activate that door. Now, these requirements can range from, you have to have a card of this color, or you have to have a numerical value of this color, and then use, well, this card, and then use the card key to essentially enter the plot door. And we have more plot. Okay, I'm not further convinced that this is more of a memory Pluto than... Because he's just hanging around with, you know... Leon and Aerith and Yuffie right there.
It's definitely kind of weird seeing Aerith alive in the Kingdom Hearts continuity.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it is technically a different continuity than the one established in Final Fantasy VII, but... but then Nomura did have a hand creating Final Fantasy 7 and 8 and 10, I think. What, did he help with 9 at all, or not?
He might have, I don't know.
Yeah. So more plot about remembering, blah, 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 blah. Hollow Bastion, okay, at this point, he still has most of his memories intact. Nothing's gone wrong yet. I mean, he recognizes his place as Traverse Town, right? He remembers meeting these 3 characters, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Plot. Why did I leave this in? I really should have just mashed the X button to scroll through the dialogue. But as you said earlier, we want to have people see the dialogue or read the dialogue in case they want to understand the plot. Which we could explain to them, but you know what? I'm going to be honest, folks. When we start going through the worlds as we ascend Castle Oblivion, in the end, the worlds don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I mean, the Castle Oblivion stuff, that matters, but...
Yeah, isn't it like a problem like the later games have, like the Disney worlds don't really matter too much in the grand scheme of things?
Yeah, one of the things about the original Kingdom Hearts game, which I believe a lot of people enjoy, is that when you go to Disney worlds, there's actually purpose to them.
Yeah, like in Halloween Town, you see Jack trying to find a way to make the Heartless tame.
Or the various Disney villains teaming up and, well, trying to take over the universe with Heartless. That's essentially what the plot is.
Yeah.
And them traveling to worlds in order to find the means to essentially take over the universe. I mean, they're all in a way connected, but I know some worlds like Halloween Town and Atlantica don't really mesh with the whole. They forward the plot, but at the same time, you can skip one of them and nothing of value will be lost, really. But they're still connected to the overall theme, you know?
Yeah.
But I know there's a reason why Sora's revisiting all these worlds except for, well, besides fan service, but I I can understand why people don't like this game as much. It's just, it's essentially Kingdom Hearts abridged, really, when you get down to it. Zora visits all these Disney worlds, and okay, they help solve their problems. Okay, but the thing is, it's not real. It's just memories that were from Sora and twisted around so that it would be different from his adventure, but this whole thing's giving me a headache.
Yeah, and another problem with the Kingdom Hearts series has is that the plot gets rather confusing.
It's pretty much the Lost of the video game world.
It's comparable to Metal Gear Solid, at least.
Well, since my experience with Metal Gear Solid is pretty much the original game, which I do have, ladies and gentlemen, it's just, I mean, Metal Gear Solid. I have seen gameplay footage. I mean, okay, first game. Well, we'll ignore Metal Gear. Well, if you
let's ignore the first two games.
Yeah, Metal Gear and all that sort of thing. And we have Solid Snake, and then this whole plot with Liquid Snake, and there's good old Revolver Ocelot, his allegiance to the president, which is Sodius Snake, and Sodius?
Solidus.
Solidus. Okay, thank you. I forget that third clone's name.
And then in Metal Gear Solid 2, things go out of control.
Yeah, we have Raiden and some other plot, and then there's Metal Gear Solid 3, which takes place in the past.
Which is actually the most sensible of the games, really.
Yeah, it was actually a simpler game, which is actually a good game because it has Snake, but Snake, but not Snake. You know what I mean?
It's Big Boss.
Big Boss, yeah. Spoilers for those who don't know, but we all should know who he is right now. That Metal Gear Solid 3's been out for a long time.
Yeah.
And then we have Metal Gear Solid 4.
Which somehow manages to be even worse than 2.
Well, it depends on one's point of view, that is. And then there's the recently released Metal Gear Solid 5, I believe.
The first part of it, at least.
Yeah, two-part game?
Yeah.
What?
It's supposed to connect Snake Eater with the first two MXX games, I think.
Oh, goody. So we get to see the final fall of Big Boss and how Snake probably killed him or something the first time.
Possibly, I don't know.
You see how bored we are with this game? We're starting to talk about other video games. This is sad, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is another plot-related door, our third one, which contains our boss. So, after the second plot-related door, we are given another key card, which is the Key to Truth, which has the Heartless symbol on them. And like before, we have to meet certain requirements in order to gain entry. And, oh, hi Sid, how's it going? So, why is Sid a legacy character in each Final Fantasy game? Do you have any idea why?
I don't know.
I mean, Sid's pretty much appeared in every Final Fantasy game. Is that
more or less? Yeah. Sometimes he's like an NPC. Sometimes he's like a shopkeeper. Sometimes he's a party member, like this one right here.
Sometimes he's the leader of a technologically worshipping group or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets voiced in Kingdom Hearts 2, by the way, and I'll say more about that when we get to Kingdom Hearts 2, which will actually be my next game, because if my calculations are correct, by the time I upload all parts of this game to my channel, Kingdom Hearts 2 will be out, Final Mix will be out at least, and I'll be on my way to playing, I will be playing that and recording that and all that sort of thing, so, yeah. Can't wait to play that game. Actually, I would love to play that game because, again, it's a Final Mix version of a game that was recently released. And it's coming right here overseas for the first time. So, it's going to be a brand new experience all over again, you know? New cutscenes that are actually voiced this time around. new bosses to fight, and whole new experiences to enjoy.
It'll probably make some of the other games make a bit more sense since we're getting all this extra content now.
And I'm looking forward to playing Birth by Sleep because, to be honest, folks, I've never played that game before because, well, I don't have a PSP. And
yeah, isn't that the one that's basically a prequel to the Kingdom Hearts series?
yeah. But again, we're getting off topic because we're seeing all this. Okay, I might as well talk about this fight right here. Folks, because we're in Traverse Town, the boss of Traverse Town is, of course, Guard Armor.
And he's back to his original color scheme.
Yeah, if you may have remembered that back in Final Mix, he had this color scheme that's white and blue and red and yellowish. And I heard that Nomura preferred this color scheme as the canon color. It's like, okay, if you prefer this color scheme as canon, then why show off the Final Mix colors? And okay, you know, as much as I love a certain series, when you analyze it, you start seeing all the flaws. Really, it's kind of sad, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, with the good old Guard Armor right here, he'll just hop around, and just like the original Guard Armor, what we have to do is annihilate each and every one of its limbs before we can kill the torso and kill it for good, which is kind of stupid. I mean, it would have been easy just to kill the torso and finish it off for good, but you have to drag this fight for so long. And I can't use good old stocking cards or slides because my card selection, again, is limited at the moment. Anyway, what I just picked up and used is known as the Gimmick card. Now, not all boss fights will have the Gimmick card. It's basically this green card with a Mickey Mouse symbol on it. When you collect it and use it, and make sure you use it at the right time because it is a zero card, and when you use it too soon, well, it will get canceled out. Now, the Gimmick card will allow something to happen during a boss fight. Now, in this case right here, it will stun the Guard Armor and allowing Sora some free hits and a chance to heal himself. Now, Gimmick cards will appear in a number of boss fights, and they'll have different effects, and I'll try to explain these effects when they come up. But still, Guard Armor. Again, I'm not stocking cards right here. My goal here is just to survive because, well, if I stock cards like crazy, then, like Leon said, the first card of a stocked group will disappear from the battle for good. And I don't have the items to recover said card, the lost cards, yet. So, thankfully I don't die. This guy's just so freaking annoying.
Luckily, we'll be seeing like a new boss soon.
Oh. And you can tell when I fight that boss is that I don't play this game as much as I should have. But yeah, folks, you're going to see me trying to struggle early on during these first several videos. But thankfully, I wisened up and I would go off and do some off-screen grinding and learning more about the slide techniques and the card battles and stuff. And I do improve, folks. I really do improve. I mean, if you watch me during, like, right now in the next video and my last video during the Source campaign, well, you'll see a noticeable difference, you know? I understand the card system enough to survive. It's just... Okay. Blah, blah. Is this thing dead yet? We only have about 7 more minutes to go. Less than 7 minutes to go. Ah. I think it's down to its feet. Yeah, at least the 3D environment allows Sora to maneuver a bit, and well, at least we're not dealing with opposite armor this go around.
Yeah, wouldn't that be annoying if you had to fight opposite armor right after him?
Although I made a made a big mistake here and let the gimmick card go bye-bye because I kind of needed that thing, you know? Would have helped, but yeah. Okay. Now, let me go back to friendship cards because I haven't really explained them as much as I should. I told you if you get a friend card and summon your friend, they do certain attacks. However, just like you can stock cards for greater attacks, you can stock friend cards for greater friend attacks. So if I were to stock more Donald cards and more Goofy cards together, they would yield stronger attacks that cannot be broken unless the enemy card thing will be a bit higher, you know? And here's Goofy's main shtick. He'll be spinning around like a tornado to damage enemies, and I believe he can control which direction Goofy goes in.
That's useful.
Very useful, yes.
Definitely much more reliable than Donald.
Yes. Jeez Louise, can this thing die already? Okay, good thing my heal card is pretty high up there. Ugh. You know, it would have been much easier to break him if I knew about the breaking system proper. But who cares? He dies by Simba's loud roar. Thank goodness. That was annoying. And
Getting kind of annoyed.
oh yes. But again, I kind of have to play this game in order to really experience the Kingdom Hearts experience. It is required to advance the plot.
Yeah, seriously, I thought that's like a really weird thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Kingdom Hearts 2 does try to sum it up, but it doesn't really make that much sense.
Yeah, I mean, given plot points in Kingdom Hearts 2, that won't make sense unless you play this game. It's okay, again.
In fact, there's even plot points that won't make sense until Kingdom Hearts 2.
Uh-huh. Now, I believe they've retconned this game slightly to include hints of the future games, so...
Okay.
So, there's that. Oh yeah, boss defeated, resolution, blah, 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 blah. We got how many more minutes? Less than 3 or so? Jeez Louise. Yeah, do you think I'm going to be complaining about this throughout the entire course of this Let's Play? Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, some battles, some experiences throughout this game I've had a good time on, but in the end, it was just there. And I know I'm speaking I know I'm commenting on my final thoughts early on, but
okay, look, if you like this game, more power to you.
Okay. Now I understand what this game's going for. It's not just a Mash X thing to win, you know? You have to actually plan ahead. Set your decks accordingly depending on the situation. And if you set your deck properly, you can win the day at a lower level. In fact, I believe some people can do that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Aerith. What do you want? Okay. What the... Yeah, memories create the town, right? That's been established. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, figment of the imagination, blah, blah. Yeah. It is kind of freaky, you know, this whole memory...
She seems aware that she's just like a figment of his imagination.
Kind of spooky, don't you think?
Yeah.
I don't know if it means that someone's actually helping Sora at this point, or is it somewhere Sora's subconscious is warning him of the dangers that lie ahead? Kind of gets you thinking, doesn't it?
If that's the case, why Aerith specifically?
Well, she was kind of misplot exposition back in the first game. One of the plot expositions in the first game, you know, explain.
Still, you think like a reproduction of one of his friends would be doing this?
Well, Sora does technically consider them friends, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, after all they've been through. Oh yeah, blah blah blah, 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 blah. But anyway, folks, this scene does illustrate that we're going to get some mind screw here. Because we have Donald and Goofy right here. Sora's going to tell them that he was talking to Aerith, and Aerith will not be around.
It's like he was the only one who saw her.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a taste of things to come, folks. The mind screw will get worse. And our mind will get screwed, as in Jake and myself, as we continue to watch these videos. Again, nothing... I don't hate this game, but...
Yeah, again, that's fine if you like this game. It's just not his favorite game.
Right. In fact, I wish I could just re-edit Kingdom Hearts 1 and do a commentary of this all over again. With you.
Yeah.
But essentially this is Kingdom Hearts 1 abridged. We might as well suck it up and go through it, I guess. At least we got one world out of the way. And it's our first one too, and oh boy, we got a long way to go. Oh boy.